So they tried to create the special military operation from the side of Russia to a war similar to one that happened in Vietnam. Like, think about Vietnam. Why the Americans went there? They went for political reasons. They went to have a pro-Western government in Vietnam, not to conquer Vietnam. However, because they bombed the people, they slaughtered the people in the villages, then this war became more of a war of liberation from the perspective of the Vietnamese people in general, both in North and in South. So that was the same thing that the West tried to do in Ukraine. If we take in mind the new strategy of Russia, of the General Surovikin, what he's doing, he just like not exactly halted the operations, but he's just trying to hold the line. He's attacking the electrical stations, and he's putting a political question to the people. Will you like to live without electricity in a misery? Yes or not? So that's how the Russians counter the Vietnamization of the conflict. And I think in the end, the Ukrainian people will accept.
Will accept this,
and they say, we don't want to live like that. Okay, let's bring another person to govern us and go in the table and talk. Just to talk. We'll find a solution, but not with this misery. And of course, there are other factors for the Russia that they don't want to kill their soldiers and having their mothers to cry out on the streets, like what happened in the U.S. during the Vietnam War.
So basically, that's what Russia is doing right now. So they're striking critical infrastructure, and like most of the country doesn't even have electricity and clean water to support their families or people.
So Russia doesn't actually have to conduct an offensive. Like, that's actually an option. The question on the title of this video: who will conduct an offensive?
They don't have.
Russia doesn't actually have to. They can actually just hold it, because now the Ukrainians, it's the impetus is on them to have an offensive, and if that is of course more costly, and so it is more like Russia can just take its time. What is a little bit of territory? It's still more territory than they had in the outset. So they don't actually have to conduct an offensive. Destroy their electrical infrastructure, having the population itself more or less say, like, come on, now let's negotiate a peace. No matter what, let's forget the Donbass. We want our lights back. Russia can do that by basically doing nothing.